They don't use fancy storage bins. No Pinterest hacks. No weekend marathons of decluttering everything you own. Yet somehow, their homes stay spotless, peaceful, not just tidy, truly free. What's their secret? It's not minimalism. It's not perfection. It's something deeper. Today, you're stepping into a world where less isn't a trend. It's a way of life. This is how the Amish clean and declutter and never go back. 1. They don't just declutter. They live decluttered. You walk into their home and feel it. The stillness. It's not empty, no. There's warmth. A soft worn rug. A coat hanging by the door. But no mess. No clutter. It's not because they cleaned up before guests arrived. It's because this is how it always is. The Amish don't just clean on Saturday mornings. They live in a way that keeps clutter from ever becoming a problem. It's built into their bones, into the way they wake up, cook, work, and rest. No junk drawers filled with batteries and tangled string. No closets hiding piles of shoes. Why? Because they never let it build up in the first place. And they don't miss it. Not one bit. Clutter doesn't belong in a home that breathes peace. And they breathe peace every single day. 2. The story of a wooden spoon. It's just a spoon. Smooth. Worn from years of stirring thick soups and mashed potatoes. Hand-carved, maybe by a father or a grandfather. Now it sits in a ceramic jar by the stove. It's used daily. Cleaned. Dried. Then right back in its place. No drawer packed with 20 others. Just one. Maybe two. See, the Amish don't keep extras. They don't hoard backups. If one breaks, they fix it. Or make another. But they don't collect. They don't cling. There's no emotional grip on things that don't serve a purpose. That spoon, simple and old, it's enough. It tells a story. And they don't need 12 more to tell it louder. 3. When cleaning isn't a task, it's a way of being. There's a sound to an Amish home in the morning. Floors being swept. Water drawn. A fire crackling low. It's not chaos. Not frantic scrubbing to make up for weeks of mess. It's just quiet work. Done slow. Done right. Cleaning isn't punishment. It's rhythm. It's order. And when things are cleaned daily, rugs beat, counters wiped, shelves dusted, clutter doesn't grow legs. It doesn't hide in corners. You don't wait for motivation to tidy up when tidying is the habit. That's the difference. The Amish don't need fancy storage solutions or motivational YouTubers. They just live clean, day after day. No fanfare, no rush. For you bring something in, something else has to go. There's a new wool shawl on the hook. Simple, dark blue, hand-stitched. You ask her where it came from. I traded it, she says. Gave my old one to Cousin Mary. That's the way. If you bring something new in, something old has to leave. Not maybe, not someday. Right then. It's almost unspoken, this rule. A natural balance. Keeps the house light. Keeps the soul lighter. The Amish don't stuff things in basements or cram them in closets. There's no maybe I'll need it later. It's here and needed, or it's gone. Heart first, maybe, but freeing. So freeing. That blue shawl gets worn every day now. And the old one? It's warming someone else. 5. Furniture isn't just furniture. It's a teacher. A dresser with 3 drawers. Not 6. A peg rack on the wall instead of a hall closet. No shoe rack by the door. Just shoes lined up in quiet order. Their furniture doesn't allow chaos. There's no space to hide the things you don't want to deal with. You live within the limits. And those limits teach you to choose wisely, to store carefully, to live with less. A cabinet isn't just a box to put stuff in. It's a reminder of limits, of restraint, of usefulness. So no, the Amish don't need walk-in closets or organizing bins from the big box store. They've got 3 drawers, and those drawers are more than enough. 6, they don't decorate. They settle in. A vase, maybe just one, some fresh-cut flowers. Maybe a small embroidered sampler on the wall. That's it. No seasonal throw pillows. No trendy wall signs shouting live, laugh, love. The Amish don't decorate to impress or to follow trends. They decorate, if you can call it that, to feel settled, calm, safe. Their homes aren't filled with extra, because extra distracts, clutters the mind, the eye, the heart. They'd rather sit in a quiet room with one rocking chair and hear the creak of wood than in a loud room filled with shiny things. The simplicity? It speaks louder than decoration ever could. 7. They don't buy organizers. They organize their life. You won't find bins, baskets, labels. You won't see a label maker in an Amish kitchen drawer. But still, everything's in place. Why? Because their lives are in order. They don't need organizers because they don't bring in disorganization. Each person has their own hooks, space, tools. Each item has its home. You don't need containers when you don't have clutter. The real trick isn't clever storage. It's less stuff. Fewer things means fewer places to put them, and fewer things to worry about. Funny how that works, right? 8. Kids don't need toys to learn order. A little boy pushes a wooden cart outside. There's no battery, no noise, just the sound of gravel under the wheels. He plays, then puts it away. No arguing, no nagging. He's seen his parents do it. Use, clean, return. From the time they're small, Amish children are part of the rhythm. They clean not because they're told, but because it's what's done. They have few toys. Handmade, durable, shared, each with a place. And if a toy is outgrown, it's passed on. Simple. No bins of forgotten stuffed animals or broken pieces of plastic. And because they never learn to hoard, they never struggle to let go. It's just not in them. 9. Repair over replace. Always. There's a hole in the apron. Not big, but she threads the needle anyway. Sits by the window. Fixes it with steady hands. Could she buy a new one? Maybe, but she won't. That apron still has life. Still fits. Still works. That's the Amish way. Repair first. Always. A stool gets a new leg. A broom gets rebound. Even socks get mended. Things aren't disposable. They're dependable. The act of fixing something builds gratitude, patience. And when you fix things, you value them more. You own less, but you love it more deeply. 10. When less stuff means more room to breathe. The room is quiet. Sunlight on the floor. A loaf of bread on the counter. 2 cups waiting for tea. There's space. Not just physical, but mental, emotional. That's what less stuff brings. Not just cleanliness, but calm. The Amish don't just declutter their homes. They declutter their minds. There's no visual noise. No piles of guilt or shame tucked behind doors. What you see is what's there, what's needed, what's loved. When the home is light, the heart is lighter. And when the home is calm, the spirit has room to rest, to breathe, to think. And maybe that's the whole point. Not to own less, but to be more. You see now, don't you? It's not about getting rid of clutter once. It's about living in a way that clutter just doesn't belong. When your life slows down, when every object has purpose, every action has rhythm, your home breathes differently, feels different, lighter, quieter, like the Amish. So maybe the real question isn't how to declutter, but how to live so you never need to again. Thanks for being here with us at Rustic Pantry, where old wisdom still whispers through quiet kitchens and sunlit porches. See you next time.